Et puis il se dit, je vais réaliser le film. Il s'occupe du coup de réaliser le film, et il va du coup trouver un acteur principal.
Sitting in the back seat of my car with my arms around my guitar. And the rain falls from the roof of the world. Nothing around, just the trees and the ground. There's a bird in a tree singing a song just for me, just for me.
إذا فسدت البيئة فلا بد للإنسان أن يحتمي بعقله لينجو من الفساد.
Hi, welcome to another video and another new video. Finally, I'm using the mic. So yeah, welcome. As you can see from the title, I'm gonna talk about the books and the plan. Actually, I don't have titles exactly that I want to read, but more I have plans. I've never had like a plan. I've always been planning by numbers, which means I'm always, because of Goodreads, it is a very bad habit we got from Goodreads, is putting a number of books, and we challenge ourselves to reach this number. But this time I really want to do it differently. I didn't put any number, but I want to focus more on genres, on authors, on really real plans, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, so in this video I'm gonna talk about my reading plans, and I really want this year to be a chill reading year, and to read quality over quantity. That's what I'm reaching for. And yeah, so let's go into it. First thing first, for this year, the first author that came to my mind when I was thinking of a reading plan was Toni Morrison. I discovered her last year when I read Sula. It was a very beautiful short story about female friendships, about racism, about good and evil. It had many themes that I love, and each book I read and see these themes in it, I just fall hard for it. And her writing style was so good, so engaging. And so I was like, girl, I need to read more of your books. And so this is the first plan, is to read most of her works, because she wrote a lot, okay? And so I really want to read most of her books this year. I have Beloved, The Bluest Eye, Jazz, another one, I'm gonna put the name here, I forgot the name. So if I can read these 4 books of hers, I can say I reached my goal, which this is really my goal for Toni Morrison. And also I wanna listen to, I find her books are so easy to listen to than to read, is Bell Hooks. I discovered her as well last year when I read All About Love, which it was an okay-ish read for me. All the fundamentals she wrote about in All About Love were fundamentals of love, and for me I felt it was a bit outdated, especially for our generation. Everything she said in All About Love was things we already know. We saw in movies, in documentaries, and for me, honestly, I felt I didn't read, I didn't learn something new from All About Love, but I was like, I need to read other books of hers. And this year I started by Feminism is for Everybody or for Everyone. And I give it 4 stars. I really loved it. I listened to the audiobook and I felt like listening to her books, essays, books are so easy. It feels like you are listening to a podcast. And so that's why I was like, Bell Hooks, I'm gonna listen to your audiobooks instead of reading, because I don't have her books, physical books with me. And I really loved Feminism is for Everybody because she talks about the history about feminism. Some things, let's say, that is not new for our generation, same as for All About Love, but some other things I've never paid attention to, like white feminism and black feminism, and let's say white feminism versus rest of the world feminism, if you know what I mean. There is a huge difference between being a white feminist and black feminist, or Arab feminist, or African feminist, or Asian feminist. There is a huge difference. And I really appreciate, I learned so much from this book. And now I'm listening to another book essays from her. It's called Yearning, Race, and let me check. Yeah, it is Yearning, Race, Gender, and Cultural Politics. And it's so good. It's, if you want to learn so much about our society, this one is so good. As you can see from the title, she talks about yearning, about race, sorry, about the history of racism in USA and in the world. She talks about black Muslims in the USA. She talks about aesthetic in the black community in the USA's. She talks about many things, and I really appreciate this book. I'm still listening to it and I'm learning so much from it. I also got the audiobook on my phone, so while I'm listening and I get like an information that I've never known, I just go and underline it on my phone. It's a bit hard, but I really appreciate listening to her books. I just learned so much. And also the good thing about non-fiction audiobooks is that you can start from you once and you can listen to the information once and twice. And that's why I really appreciate listening to non-fiction audiobooks better than fiction audiobooks, because in fiction I just lost tracks of events and of many things, and I find it hard to follow with fiction audiobooks. But non-fiction, for me, they are podcasts. And now my favorite podcaster is Bell Hooks, and now I really appreciate her works better than All About Love. Another author that I would love to read his work this year is Fyodor Dostoyfski. I already read The Brothers Karamazov, The Dream of Ridiculous Man, The Thieves, what is the other one? Crime and the Punishment, a bunch of his short stories. Beside White Nights, I still did not read White Nights. I would love to read it. I read The Idiot, but times ago, I think when I was in high school, so I would love to read it. I would love to read that it's on my TBR, The Devils. Let me check the name of the book exactly. Yes, it is Demons. Demons. So this year, if I can read Demons and we read The Idiots, it will be really perfect, and it will be like finishing his works, because when I made some research and I found that he wrote a lot of works, a lot of books, especially short stories. So for this year, if I can finish Demons and The Idiots, it will be perfect. There's also The Gambler. I would love to read The Gambler. There are four, okay? The Gambler, Demons, The Idiots, and White Knights. If I can read these four this year, it will be perfect. Another author that I would love to read this year is Elena Ferrante. I read her My Brilliant Friend Quartet last year, and I adored it. It was everything I like. Many themes in this novel that I really appreciated, and also the experience. I read it with my friends, so it made the experience even more better, because we kept talking about the events in the story, hating on Nino, and it was just a good, beautiful discovery. And so this year, I would love to read her other works, like Lost Daughter. No, The Lost something. I really forgot the names of her other works, but I'm gonna put 3 of them here that I would love to read. Another author, but I really don't know if I can make it or not. Since last year I discovered John Steinbeck, I would love to read his other works. Let me check his other works. I know there is On Mice and Men. It is a short work, and there's also, let me check, Of Mice and Men. There are also The Grapes of Wrath. And yeah, so if I can read only these 2 books, it will be amazing. Really, really amazing. And also, it's an author. All the authors I'm talking about, I already have their books in my shelves. So it's like plans to read my physical TBR, and also by authors, if you know what I mean. And also there is another author that I would love to read that I still did not read, is James Baldwin. I would love to read 2 books of his that I already have in my shelves. Let me check the name. It's the first one is Giovanni's Room, and the other one, it's an essays. Yes, Notes of a Native Son. I have these 2 books in my shelves, Giovanni's Room and Notes of a Native Son, that I would love to read as well for this year. And what else? I think that's it for the authors that I want to read this year. And of course, beside that, I would love to discover new authors. And yeah, and right now, just a quick reading update. I'm reading right now 2 books beside Yearning by Bell Hooks that I'm listening to. I'm reading 2 books. So the two books I'm reading right now, the first one is My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Mashvek. Finally, I'm reading this book. It's been on my shelves for years now that it started to get the yellow things and also the smell of old books. It's been on my shelves for a while now. I feel ashamed. So I picked this book for the month of February because the theme is the seven deadly sins, and the sin I choose is sloth. At page 110. To be honest, that's why I picked another book. Let me explain. I love the idea of the story, like sloughing, depression, sleeping, having a year of rest and relaxation. But I'm at page 100 something, and I feel that the narrative is so repetitive. She's always talking about her situationship, Trevor. She's always talking about her friend. I forgot her name, that is coming to visit her and saying that she loves her, but also she's jealous of her because she's skinny and tall and blonde, and talking about her therapist. It's just so repetitive, and also about the coffee shop she goes to. It's just becoming so repetitive. The parts that I really appreciate and was things happening is that when she was working in the art gallery, this part I found it fun and good. It was something different than her routine, and I think it is a good story, but for now I just feel it's so repetitive, so I got bored. And also the writing style, I feel it is a bit flat. um we don't go inside her thoughts and her, like, I don't know how to explain this, but we don't go in every dimension of her personality yet. She's just telling us what she does every day and her routines and stuff. We learn about her backstory when she was young, how her life was with her parents, but still not in a depth that I would love, you know? So, yeah, I got bored. I stopped at page 110. And then yesterday I'm always scrolling in the website of Shakespeare and Co. And I found that there is a signing event by an author that I've never read, but I'm always like seeing booktubers here talking about this author. And last year she published a new book. It is a memoir, and I heard only fascinating things about this book. And so she's signing it tomorrow, and I'm going, so it's crazy. So yesterday when I saw the events, I just ran to Shakespeare and Co. and I got the copy and I started reading. Comparing the writing styles, you cannot compare them. It will be an insult to compare the two writing styles. This is the book Mother Mary Comes to Me by Arundhati Roy. It's the first time I read a book by her. The chapters are names of events of her life. Basically, it is a memoir about her life, but the main character of her life, as you can see from the title, is her mother. I'm at a chapter where her mother started a school, a small school for the children in the village they are living in. And the first chapter where she talked about her mother, she loves her and she hates her at the same time. And that just hooked me up in the story because I love complicated and complex family dynamics. And this is a memoir, so it is a real story. And so it feels more appreciated to have someone to share such intimacy with you, in with a beautiful writing. I'm still discovering this author. I really love her writing style. It's so beautiful, so smooth. It's read so easily. So yeah, for this year, it's gonna be reading authors that I discovered lately and authors that I would love to complete uh, their works, like Fyodor Dostoyfski, and also discovering new authors like Arundhati Roy. And yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it, and I hope I inspired you to stop putting number of books to reach each year, and to put goals that are more more reachable, more significant. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.